Hello, hello, Mimi makers. It is Thursday again, and time to look at the pretty new things that have arrived in the Mimi shop this week. And I did dress up for the occasion, and I will talk more about my outfit today. I do have to say, though, it's actually still quite cold here. And I think after this, I'm going to need a hot shower or something because I'm already pretty cold. But I think that um, I really wanted to show off this outfit so that you can see how pretty it is. It's not my outfit. I borrowed it from Isai. It's really nice when you can just wear other people's clothes, so I don't have to make all my own. So I'll talk more about that in a minute, and I will give everybody on the various streams a moment to hop onto the live stream because I have a lot of beautiful things to show you. Um, and I hope that you're going to enjoy all of these. I'm going to start actually with just some of the important things. I'm going to quickly mention this. You should all be getting one of these in your packages and in store soon. There's some really important dates for until April. I'm sure there will be many more added, but these are the ones that I think should be noted. So there are uh, it has just when is the National Embroidery Month, Quilting Month, Serger Month, when are our open houses, Mimi birthday coming up, and all sorts of other things. So this is a really important sheet that we'll be sending to you. And also one of the dates that we already forgot is the Mimi Winter Sale, which is starting today. We're just working on getting all of the things up and running. So do make sure to check out the sale section. There will be a subsection called Mimi Winter Sale, and there's going to be some amazing deals on winter items, winter yarns, winter fabrics, lots of good stuff there. And I will finish that up right after this video. So I am going to start with the yarns today just because it is still quite cold and there's some really fun things that have come in, and I was very excited about these. So number one was the tweed yarns, and we've had the Regia tweed before, and I am a big fan of anything tweed, but now we also have these fun Lana Grossa tweed yarn. So this is, and it doesn't quite show that well in this video, but this is a really nice blush pink, and I knit it up a little bit for you just so you can see how nice this texture is with these little speckles. So even on a manila type stock like this one, it comes out really nice. I've seen people make whole sweaters out of this. This would make a really nice sweater as well. So just because this is sock yarn doesn't mean you can only make socks with it. So this is the pink, and there's some other beautiful colors. There's the mauve, so pink, and this mauvey purple. There's a gray, and this gray is different from the Lana Grossa one because this gray only has darker gray speckles, whereas the Lana Grossa ones has colorful speckles in it. And then there's also this beautiful teal. I think it's the 4 colors. So it's these 4 colors that are new in the tweed, and it's a 4-ply sock yarn. And then there are 2 denim sock yarns, and it seems like I only have one of them here. I only have one of them here. There's 2 denim sock yarns, but this one looks really fun. So this is a self-patterning sock yarn. Oh, they didn't print a picture of it on it. But as you can see, not only does it have the different colors, but you also get that moulinet in this one. And all of the from the denim collection, they are treated with aloe vera, which makes them even more comfortable to wear. Really soft. So again, there's 2 of these colors, and then there's 1 sock ply 6-ply collection that's in, and I had to start casting that on too. I really like the 6-ply weight. It's not as bulky as the 8-ply, but not quite as thin as the 4-ply. So it's a little bit in between. So the About Berlin collection, About Berlin Meilenweit 6-ply cashmere, has a 5% cashmere content, and you can tell that it has that extra softness to it, and I really love it. So I'm going to have this at the shop so you can look at it. But what's so special about this one, it has a combination of a striped pattern, like a regular stripe, and then these little confetti speckles in it as well. And there are 4 colors. So this is number 1. We have some yellow, fuchsia, crocus, and teal in this one. Then there's this one, which is also really beautiful, which is closer to this one that I made up. But instead of the blue stripes, you'd have a green stripe and then some orange and purple speckles. And then there's this one, which is a more monochromatic look. It's all with the grays and blues. And then the one that I have, maybe I'll have the scheme. So, oh no, there's 5. Oh, look at that. I found another one. There's this one with the gray and the colorful speckles. My helper's bringing me all sorts of things. I'm going to have to look at it. And now I can't find my skein. So mine looks like this, the one that I started. So it has like this denim-y blue and then these beautiful speckles, and it comes out like this. And you probably noticed that there's something different about the needles, which are the beautiful new needles. Now I didn't, oh, Hisai, I'm going to have to ask you. I can't just very well rip them out here. Maybe Hisai can bring me a set of these needles still in the package so I can show you why these needles are different, these little mini circulars, because I don't want to rip them out of my work. Does she hear me? Hisai, do you hear me? I will need one set of these mini circulars, please, in the packaging, if she can find them. All right, so those were the yarns for today. There's also, oh, I think she heard me. She heard me! Because I think this is one of the highlights of today are these. And I'm going to actually show you on one of the thicker ones because I think they'll be easier to see in this video. So you've probably seen mini circulars before, but often they have a tip where both of the tips are the same length. But you're limited by, you know, how small you need to make your circle in order to be able to do a sock. So the Addi Sock Wonder, that's what they're called, Addi Sock Wonder lace. What's special about them is that one tip is shorter than the other. Look, this is the length of the tip. So this is your short tip, and then you have a longer tip. The longer tip is also slightly pointier, and the shorter tip is rounder. So the shorter tip, so in my case, because I'm a right-handed knitter, even though I'm a left-handed person, I'm ambidextrous, long story. As a right-handed knitter, I'm just gently holding the left needle like this because I don't really need to do much with it. I'm really just holding my stitches, and then I use this needle to actually knit. And it has the perfect length so that I can rest the end of the needle right here where my pinky is, and then still knit my stitches. If this needle were too short, I wouldn't even know where to put my hand. Like I'd have a hard time doing that. This set here will be at the shop. This is just a sample I started for you. I will have it in our knitting section in the back where you can sit down and try them, put a couple stitches in. It'll be a collaborative sock. So everybody can try this one out at the shop to see how you like it, to see how I feel like you will have to figure out your own way of holding it. I would say it took me like 1 or 2 centimeters of knitting, and then I kind of had the go of how I'm going to do it. And it just makes me so much faster, especially when just doing a vanilla sock. I really, really enjoy knitting on these needles. So they'll be here for you. I will be creating videos on how I have done the cast on. I mean, you can use whichever cast on you're most comfortable with, but I tried a couple, and I found that there was a specific one that worked better for me. So I'll be taking videos mostly next week, and I will also be taking videos on how I'm going to be doing the heel on my mini circulars. There's also multiple options. And then I just want to note also that the Crazy Trios, which have been insanely popular, also a really great knitting needle for socks, which I like when I'm doing some patterns where I like to divide up where the pattern needs to start. I prefer knitting on these. They have arrived in the longer version. So the ones we've had so far were the short versions, which are great for socks and small circumferences. These are the long ones, which you can still use for socks, but they only come in the bigger sizes. But what they're also great for is hats, sleeves. That's what I'm mostly excited about. You can make your sleeves with these instead of using, like if you have to do your sleeve in the round. And there is a new collection of these that have arrived, which are called the Unicorn Collection. And I think you can see why they're called the Unicorn Collection. They have a little bit of that ridge on it to make it look like a unicorn. Number one, it's pretty. Number two, it also makes it glide, but not glide completely off. So if you're a knitter like me, I knit like medium to loose, I want to say. And usually I always knit with the wooden needles because they don't glide as much as these super smooth metallic needles, because my stitches would just fly off those because my stitches are so loose. So this one is something that could be an in-between solution for some people. So you're more than welcome to try these at the Mimi shop. And then another really cool tool that I've been waiting for a long time are the Addi to go. And they are essentially little hearts that help you keep your stitches on your needles, or store your needles. They come in two sizes. So in the little box, you get one of each, or you can get the big bags full of them. I'm just going to show you quickly how these work. So let me have one of each of the Addi to go hearts. And I mean, the design is really cute. So the Addi to go hearts, these are the two sizes, and they have a different diameter of the hole. So now you can do multiple things. One thing is I have my 5 double pointed needles that I'm currently not using. So I could put them, all 5 of them, into the big heart like this and store them. And I can even have 2 sets in there because there's a lot of space. Then you can also, when you have your, I should have brought something else as well. On these, I don't really, but would probably be safer to do that. So then if you have your work and you don't want it to fall off, you put the heart, you put each side of the needle in there like this. So now my stitches cannot fall off of the needle. And you can do the same with these. So let's say, because these you knit like this, so you'd have your stitches on 2 of these needles. So you would put both of your needles through like this. I should have done that at the same time, but essentially it works for all of the knitting needles. I think there's one, like if you have olive wood, or olive wood is the only one that is not recommended just because it can leave marks, but it's great for your stitches not to fall off or to organize your needles. It's a really, really great tool. I've even seen people use it on their drawstring bags. There's a picture, I think, where they have their knitting bag and then the, I might have to do that. Then the string, see, I tied a knot at the end and put my measuring thing here, but I could just put the heart here as a closure. I could do that too. I think that's pretty fun. All right, so these are those, and there's also some other, like there's a ton of notions that have arrived, which I'm not going to go through in detail. They're all listed in the Fabric Friday section. There are needle protectors. There's new threads that arrived. There are new clasps for the bag makers that arrived. There's a ton of things. So definitely take a look at it to make sure that you don't miss all of the things, the little things that came, because it would probably take me an hour to walk through all of them. If you have any questions on the little items, please feel free to message us. Now off to the fabrics, because I know a lot of you have been waiting for that. So the fabrics. So number one, I want to start with the outfit I'm wearing. Again, this is his size outfit. The skirt you have seen before, and now this is the complete outfit with the top. The top is the Cielo top by Closet Core. And this one, and she did size it down because she didn't want it quite that oversized. So this is one size down from where she had measured, and it looks absolutely super cute with the skirt. Would you agree? All right, so these fabrics is the new Nerida Hansen collection that is now available in the Mimi shop. So Nerida Hansen is a designer from Australia, and she makes these absolutely beautiful designs. Some of them are very vibrant and some of them are exactly the opposite. What's special about this collection is that we have different bases, sometimes new bases that we have not had before. So I will talk about that. And we do have matching solids in other bases that will go together. So it's really a mix and match collection. And we also have the Nerida Hansen Festival top pattern. I did take a picture of this as well. So this is a slightly oversized boxy top with this really big sleeve. So for these flowy fabrics, this is gonna look absolutely gorgeous. It is this one, the Nerida Hansen sewing pattern, and I will post a picture of this, of me wearing it later as well. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna have to see where I start. I start with this one because this is one of the first ones that I fell in love with. This is a fine poplin. So if you've had our poplin before, you know poplin is like a shirting fabric. It is a really, really smooth cotton and it's nice and crisp. So this fine poplin is just a smidgen lighter than your usual poplin. It's just so gorgeous. So this is great for things that you want to be light, especially for summer, but you want just a smidgen of a hold. Now I can't remember. I think this one's a fine poplin too. Oh my goodness. I didn't bring all of them. I didn't bring all of them over just because there are so many, and we want to get through this today or we'll be here until tomorrow. So the fine poplin is great for something like this where you just don't want too much drape, but you also don't want it to be super, super thick. And how nice is this? So this one, you can either wear it this way, and it would be really nice in a tiered dress, like one of those tiered dresses from Atelier Skemit or other brands, or you can also wear it this way. So this is the selvage. So technically it belongs this way, but you know, who says you can't change it? So in this collection, and we're working on making sure that all of the right colors are connected to each other. We do have matching solids, and the solids will be in different bases because sometimes you want a heavier base maybe for a bottom and a lighter base for a top. So this one is the cotton voile in this beautiful purple, and see how nicely these go together. So something you could do is you could do this in the bottom. There's a nice skirt pattern by Atelier Skemit. There's a really nice one from Closet Core that would look absolutely beautiful. And then you could maybe make a nice drapey shirt out of this one, or vice versa, or add a flutter sleeve in this color to this. So this is what I meant with that there are matching colors to this collection, because this is exactly the same tone as in here. And you can even see that this shows up in here, and these flowers will be the same. All right, next up, I have this one. This is a cotton satin. So the cotton satin is kind of like your poplin, but it's made with a satin weave. So if you are not familiar the difference between a poplin, which is a plain weave, or a satin weave, I do encourage you to read my blog post that I wrote about fibers to thread to fabrics, where I do explain the different types of weaves: the satin, the sateen, the plain, the jacquard, which essentially changes the texture and the look of the fabric, but really at a smaller level that you'd have to take some magnifying glasses to see. But so this is a satin, and it's really, really nice and smooth with a little bit of a sheen. And also absolutely gorgeous for a top like this, or a skirt, a larger, almost paint splashes on it. And we do have this in multiple colors. So some of these prints that I'm showing you, we have in like 2 or 3 colors, but I'm only showing one for the sake of getting through this. And then see, we have this, which is again the cotton voile. This one's color 37, and this one is the same color as the olive green in this. So that's why it's so beautiful, and we'll try to make it as easy as possible for you to make these outfits, to combine them for whatever you need. And you can contact us anytime if you're trying to figure out a combination of fabrics and patterns that might work for you. Then this beauty is also a cotton satin. You can see the sheen in this one a little bit better just because it's a darker color. It shows up a bit better on the camera. This is a large scale flower, which is really beautiful. So we have this almost bronzy color in the background, and then this dark apricot, the pinks and the purples. And there's a lot of colors you can combine with that. So you can go with the pink. Oh, I should have left the solids out. So you can go with the pink, which does show up in there. But I pulled out this beautiful linen. So there's some solid linens for this collection as well. Oh my goodness, linen is so heavy on the bolt. There's this washed linen here in a burnt orange, which picks up on the colors on the inside of this flower. So you could make a nice skirt or a pant out of this and a beautiful top out of this. So mix and match. Or what we did on this one, we have the fine poplin on the top and then the linen as the jacket. Also a gorgeous, gorgeous outfit. There's going to be so many combinations. I'm so excited for this. This is such an amazing collection. I don't think we've ever had a collection like this where there's so many things that mix and match. And then we also have the cotton satin in the solid that matches this one. All right, what's next up? Oh, I have all of the solids up here. All right, then there's also some prints on the linen. These are really, really, I'm thinking maybe another wrap pant for myself would be absolutely gorgeous. A jacket, a big kaftan, like an oversized dress, a maxi dress, like one of the maxi dresses from Atelier Skirmit would be really nice. A skirt, such beautiful prints. And we do have like these purples and these olivey browns as a solid as well to combine. And then in the same colorway, for example, we have something like this. I really like these colors together. This is a Lensing Eco Vero, and you may have wondered, what is a Lensing Eco Vero? So the Lensing, it's essentially, this is a challis. It's a viscose challis, but the Lensing is a certification process in which the process of how this viscose challis or the viscose fibers are made are now missing the words. I did write it down in the product description this week. I swear my English has been horrible this week, but it's essentially environmentally friendly. That's what I'm saying, because sometimes the process of creating these fibers does use a lot of water and chemicals. So they are ensuring that this is manufactured in an environmentally friendly way, because they are made from wood pulp or plant fibers, plant pulp that is then made. It is a man-made fiber derived from natural materials. And I live for viscose. Like, this is my favorite for blouses and dresses in the summer, like that drape on a maxi dress. It's just absolutely fantastic. And then, oh, this is the one that I showed earlier. See, this is just the darker color of this satin in those polka dots. And then this is another base. This base is the Rosella Stretch, which is a twill weave viscose. So it's a little bit heavier than the challis, and it has some stretch content, 3% elastane to be exact. So if you're making something that's slightly more fitted, you do get a little bit of stretch with this. So if you're doing a pant that is fitted on the top with a wide leg, would be really cool, or a fitted blouse or a fitted top will work really, really well with this, or like a maxi dress that's fitted on top and then flares out would be really, really beautiful. But the movement in this fabric is absolutely stunning. Next up, again, there's so many. Like, how do you choose? Like, I'm having a hard time choosing with these because they're all really fantastic. I have not seen anything like this before. How cool is this? And again, in a top, in a maxi dress, in a dress, in a pant, this will look absolutely stunning. Or even just a shawl, like it escapes me. Just something you can throw over your shoulders when there's a little bit of a breeze. I do think this would look really nice, just to make an accent to maybe an outfit that you have that is a solid color, just to add that pop of color that you can just put around your neck, because it doesn't have to be a full-on outfit every time. So this one is the Lensing Eco Vero, which is the viscose challis with the Lensing certification. Whoop. trying to make sure these do not collapse. Oh, this is the same. I guess I wasn't that great at selecting them because I'm selecting doubles here. This is the same print, but then you have like the peaches and the blues, and see how nicely this goes with my skirt as well. You have the darker blue in this candy cotton. Really beautiful. And then this one is probably the busiest print in this collection. And I think it's absolutely stunning. Look at this. It's upside down, of course. So this is also the Lenzing Ecovero viscose challis, and I would love to wear this as a dress because it has so many beautiful details, and I love the design on this. It's so special. And then you can pull out so many of these colors. You could decide to go more in the blue or the yellow or the greens. One really nice one is something like this. This one is like a burgundy to combine with something like this. But as I said, we are working on making sure that you can see which of the colors work with which fabric. And then, of course, the one that I'm wearing is also part of the collection, which is also available in multiple colors to mix and match with all of these fabrics. Then there's 3 new double gauzes that have arrived because we love our double gauze. There's the lemons. I mean, how cute are the lemons? That would, I'm thinking, remember that Vi Revolte top that I made? I think that would be a really nice one to make out of this, or even a dress or a little baby romper. There's that little baby romper that I showed last week. I think that would make a nice one out of this as well. And then we have some really colorful ones. There's a stripe. And as you know, like once you wash this, this is going to bubble up. It's just because it's fresh off the bolt. It looks a little flatter than it actually will be when you actually wash it. So this has like this really nice rainbow stripe. And then extra cuteness is this one. So the background is almost like a pastel watercolor rainbow. And then we have the flowers, rainbows. We have ice cream. I mean, all of the pretty things on there. Nicole says that she's in love with all those vibrant modern prints. I'm also a -35 here. I'm having trouble thinking about flowy dresses. I absolutely understand. I am freezing my butt off right now, even just standing in this. It's not quite -35, but in here, because we have large windows, it does not get so warm in here. And my hands are slowly turning a little bit blue. So I do understand. I'm going to get myself a cup of tea after this and cozy myself up in my warm knitted sweaters afterwards. But, you know, eventually you're going to get inspired to at least think about the future when things will get warmer again. What else did I want to show you? There's so many of the prints and the new linen. So there's 2 linen bases that have arrived. So, or we've had the bases before, but we've added colors. So one is the linen, which was this one, the washed linen, which is the same as the one in the back. If you take a closer look at it, you can see that it has a little bit of a slub texture. But this is the washed linen is 87% linen, 13% cotton. So it is a texture that you would expect from your traditional linen. It has a lot of body and a lot of hold, and it's really beautiful for things that are a little bit more structured, like some skirts, jackets, and pants. And then the other base would be the linen viscose blend. So this one has 78% viscose, 28% linen. So again, the texture is slub-like, but when you look at it, this has a softer drape. So the viscose one has a softer drape. It also, both of these fabrics, so I have made a couple of pants of these over the year. Both of these fabrics, as you wear them, they do grow a little bit because of the nature of the fiber. So do keep that in mind. So especially this one, the viscose fibers will grow a little bit more than 100% or a higher percentage of linen will. But so this one is better for something where you want that drape, like a wide leg pant where you want the swoosh, or a skirt where you want the swish and swoosh. These will be absolutely great, and they will be matching to this collection, or also great on their own. And I just want to finish off with the knitting patterns for the week. There's quite a few. So we have 2 sock knitting patterns. Both of them are braids because I really like that look with the tweed yarn. So those are that, and those are in combination with the tweed that just listed. Then we have this one for the Eco Puno, because the Eco Puno is a really great weight, a great 4-season weight. So if you do want to think of something that you can wear in the transition time, and maybe even on a cool summer day, then something like this with the Eco Puno will be absolutely great. This is a little cardigan with buttons in the front. Where's the print with the squiggles in the red and pink and purple with green? They are there. I pulled some of them out because the stack is so big. As you've seen, this collection is really, really big. And I did, is it these squiggles that you meant, Tina? But we do have it. I just didn't, I picked a couple of them out. Then there's another Eco Puno pullover with a really pretty pattern. So I think I would wear this in like early summer, layered with some tops that I made. And then I'm big into shawls right now because my neck is very sensitive to the cold air. And so this one is a really, really nice shawl with the Sitasuri Big, which is an alpaca yarn. And then last but not least is this Eco Puno shirt. Also really nice for the summer. So Tina says that is not the one that she's looking for. Give me a moment. I'll take a quick look and see if I can find the one that you are looking for. Let's see. Squiggles. Where are the squiggles? Let's see if these are the squiggles. Again, it's a really big stack, so I'll have to see which one you mean. But maybe that just means, Tina, that you will have to come in and take a look at it yourself. Isn't that a good opportunity to come in and browse all of them in person? Oh, it was the right one. I got the right one. It's a beautiful scale, and we do have solids in the green and this pink as well. It'll also look really great with a blue, as you can see in this. So there's lots of, she'll be there in the morning. Well, I will see Tina in the morning. I do hope that this was helpful. I am slightly overwhelmed. I'm sure you are as well. But as I said, we're always happy to put something together for you and help you with mixing and matching outfits like this, and figuring out patterns and fabrics that will work for specific things. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to keep on commenting and asking questions in this video, or message us through our Facebook page. And I will see some of you tomorrow, and I will see some of you next week for our next Thursday videos. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest.